So, on the 15th day of the 7th moon, when you have gathered the fruits of the land, you must keep the feast unto Yahuwah for 7 days. On the first day, there shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day, a Sabbath. And the day before, you are to take choice fruits from the trees, pomegranate, palms, palm branches, leafy branches, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice in front of Yahuwah your Father 7 days. You shall keep the feast to Yahuwah for 7 days in the air. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th moon, which is 7 months. And you shall live in booths 7 days. All who are native-born children of Yasharel shall live in booths, in order that your generation may know that I made the children of Yasharel to live in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahuwah, your heavenly Father. So Moses declared to the children of Yasharel the feast of Yahuwah. Happy Creation Sabbath and happy celebration of the last great day of the Feast of Tabernacles. YAH'S Sabbath has begun, and it is the last great day of the Feast of Tabernacles. Now we have come to realize that Yahuwah has given his feast to his people to be kept so that we can remember the great things that Yahuwah did for us as our ancestors journey out of the land of Egypt and into the promised land. I have been wondering whether or not I should have this video in the morning, seeing that it is the Sabbath of the 3rd quarter of the moon, and the 3rd quarter of the moon is seen in the day, the early part of the day. But here I am in the dark, just to remind us that it is your Sabbath which have been hidden from the world by Rome system of worship. So it is your Sabbath, and it is the last great day of the Feast of Tabernacles. And I am very pleased that Yahusha, when he walked upon earth, these feasts which was established, which Yah has established and given to Moses, that Yahusha, when he came to earth and lived among men, celebrated these feasts. I think it is in John or Yachaman 7 verse 37. It says, at the last great day of the Feast of Tabernacles, Yahusha cried with a loud voice, "If anyone thirsts, let him come unto me and drink." We also realize that he also kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread with his disciples. And so these feasts have been hidden from us by those who invade us and stole our identity and stole and hidden the feast from us. So let us keep the feast. I see here where great things is in store for the people of Elohim in the future. I was just skimming around in the book of Zechariah, and I saw where Yah says that the time is coming when his people Israel will rejoice again. Yes, will rejoice again. And I'm going to see if I can see what I saw earlier. It says, this is what Yahuwah says. This is what Yahuwah of hosts says. The fast of the 4th month, the fast of the 5th month, and the fast of the 7th month, and the fast of the 10th moon. Let me read it again. This is what Yahuwah of hosts says. The fast of the 4th month, or the 4th moon, the fast of the 5th moon, the fast of the 7th moon, and the fast of the 10th moon will become to the house of Judah times of pleasure and gladness, joyous feast. Therefore, love, truth, and peace. This is what Yahuwah of hosts says. There will yet come peoples and inhabitants of many cities. The inhabitants of one city will go to another, saying, let us go at once to pray before Yahuwah, to seek Yahuwah of hosts. I will go also. Yes, many peoples and strong nations will come to seek Yahuwah of hosts in Jerusalem and to pray before Yahuwah. This is what Yahuwah of hosts says. In those days, 10 men out of all languages of the nations will take hold of the talis on the talat of him who is Judah, saying, I will go with you, for you have heard that Yahuwah, for we have heard that Yahuwah is with you. And so, as it is now, there is a famine upon the earth for truth, because the truth of Yah has been hidden. But like Zechariah 2:4, not Zechariah, Habakkuk, like Habakkuk 2:14 says, the knowledge of Yahuwah will cover the earth like the water covers the sea. So at this moment, the world is thirsty for truth, because fables have been given to us as truth. But we are assured that once again, all will know Yahuwah, and no one will need to teach each other to say, do this or do that, because all will know Yahuwah, because he promised to write his law in our hearts. So I have other videos with the Feast of Tabernacles. So I don't intend to be long, but this is YAH'S Sabbath, which has been hidden from us by this Rome beast system. But as I am trying to let us know that we should not be surprised, because it was Yahuwah himself that caused his Sabbaths and his feast days to be forgotten because of the rebellion of our Hebrew ancestors. And as World Last Chance tells us, that when truth is disregarded and we do not appreciate it, Yah take it from us. And in closing, I have a date that I want to give to us so that we can put it in the forefront of our minds and know that Yahuwah is keeping a record of what this Rome system have been doing to his chosen Hebrew people, who teaches the truth and who live righteously. Rome has not changed. This is what Rome has done throughout history. Yah's people are enslaved, imprisoned falsely, murdered viciously. And so it is now 2 years, 10 months, and 2 days, the equivalent of 2 lunar years, 11 months, and 5 days since this Rome beast system have targeted, persecuted, and imprisoned Yah's anointed servant, Grandmaster Day, from the priestly tribe of Levi. And Yah is now destroying this system, destroying the nations, because of this atrocity of Rome. So let us know that our future is secure, and though it seems like we cannot help ourselves because our identity is stolen, and how we are now, it's like a mother who go to the hospital, deliver her child, and is given the wrong child to take home. This is our situation now. We have given a wrong doctrine, wrong message, all falsified by Rome. But Yahuwah promised to wake us up during our sojourn here in the land of our captivity. So let us keep the feast of Yahuwah. Let us keep his Sabbaths. And let it be known that Rome has removed YAH'S Sabbath from the phases of the moon, from the new moon, and from the phases of the moon. So let's do what Yahusha says when he walked upon the earth. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. And if he loves me, keep my commandments. Let's not make excuses to know of a surety that Yah's great time clock is the moon, which determines his Sabbaths and his feast days. So let us bear in mind that to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. Like Isaiah 1:19 and 20 says, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. But if ye refuse and rebel, he will be devoured by the sword, for the mouth of Yahuwah has spoken it. And so may Yahuwah favor you. May Yahuwah cause his face to shine upon you. May Yahusha be gracious unto you. May Yahusha lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And I just want to remind you that I'll be sharing a more detailed video with the Feast of Tabernacles. So have a happy Sabbath and celebrate the feast. Shalom.